A symbol on a wiring diagram represents a specific electrical component within the circuit. Before you can learn how to read a diagram, you must understand what each symbol represents. Recall that wiring diagrams include a legend. The legend explains what certain symbols on the diagram represent. The legend does not explain what every symbol means. The picture to the right shows the legend of a wiring diagram. You can see that each line of the legend is made of a symbol and a description. The symbol is what you will see in the diagram. The description is what that symbol means. For example, look at the first symbol on the legend. The first symbol shows a thin solid line. Next to the line, it says factory power wiring. Any thin solid lines you see on a diagram are factory power wiring. Recall that a resistor is a component that reduces the current and voltage flow through a circuit. A zigzag symbol represents a resistor on a wiring diagram. You can see the resistor symbol in the picture to the right. Recall that a capacitor is used to store electrical energy within a circuit. A straight line curved line within dashes symbol represents a capacitor on a wiring diagram. You can see an example of the capacitance symbol in the picture to the right. Recall that there are two types of capacitors: polarized capacitors, and non-polarized capacitors. Polarized capacitors have a positive and a negative end. Non-polarized capacitors do not have a positive and a negative end. In the picture to the right, you can see the symbol for a polarized capacitor. The polarized capacitor has a plus sign and curved lines. In the picture to the right, you can see the symbol for a non-polarized capacitor. The non-polarized capacitor is on the left side of the picture. It has two straight lines and no plus sign. An inductor is a coil that stores electrical energy in the form of magnetic energy. A spiraling line on a wiring diagram represents an inductor. You can see an example of the inductor symbol in the picture to the right. Recall that there are two types of current, AC and DC. AC and DC power supplies will have different symbols. A power supply is a device that supplies power to the system. The symbol for an AC power supply is a circle with a wave in it. You can see an example of the AC power supply symbol in the picture to the right. The symbol for a DC power supply is a circle with a plus and minus sign within the circle. You can see an example of the DC power supply symbol in the picture to the right. A switch is a device that can disconnect or complete the flow of current in a circuit. There are two symbols used for switches on a wiring diagram. A symbol for an open switch. A symbol for a closed switch. The symbol for an open switch is a straight line between two circles. The line is not touching both circles. You can see an example of the open switch symbol in the picture to the right. The symbol for a closed switch is a straight line between two circles. The line is touching both circles. You can see an example of the closed switch symbol in the picture to the right. On a diagram, you will see switches in open or closed states. If the diagram shows an open switch, the switch should be open for the circuit to function. If the diagram shows a closed switch, the switch should be closed for the circuit to function. In this module, you learned the symbols for common elements on a wiring diagram. The legend will define certain symbols on the diagram. It is important to memorize symbols so that you can quickly and effectively read wiring diagrams. In the next module, we will go through some more complex circuit symbols.